House of light, may wisdom dawn in us. From the east, house of light, may wisdom dawn in us, so we may see all things in clarity. From the north, house of night, may wisdom ripen in us, so we may see all from within. From the west, house of transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action, so we may do what must be done.
Hello.
From the south, house of the eternal sun, may right action reap the harvest, so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, house of heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, house of earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. Ayum, Hunab Ku, Eva Maya, E Maho. Ayum, Hunab Ku, Eva Maya, E Maho. Ayum, Hunab Ku, Evam Maya, E Ma Ho.
Welcome, everybody. Oh, I just get this. So, welcome, everybody. Buenos noches. Good evening, wherever you are on this beautiful planet we're on. I am here in Orlando, Florida, and this is part two from yesterday's show about Elitom El-Amin, who was here in Florida visiting for a beautiful Qigong session and teaching on Breatherian, Solartarian living. And tonight, I want to share with you a longer video, which I was able to upload actually on my phone, on my computer. So, but yeah, if you weren't here yesterday, we're going to show you a video, the introductory video. When I first saw Elitom at the Lake Eola Park, this is what we talked about. But first, let me just welcome my beautiful tiny house village. Come on in. You're welcome. So, the lifestyle that my brother Elitom El-Amin lives is so unique. He's probably less than 1% of the population who is living a life without food and water. Some people find that very, very hard to believe. But I have to say, it's not something that happens overnight. It is something that develops over many years of spiritual journeying, evolution, and seeking your soul purpose. And that's why Sunday night we have soul purpose healing. And I was so glad to meet up with Elitom El-Amin after 3 years in Africa. I think he said 3. But I want to just show you what I was showing my audience last night from my phone, the conversation he and I were having about Africa. And then I'm going to get into the conversation we had sitting on the grass with other participants who were exchanging knowledge, information, and listening and growing in the holistic lifestyle of Breatherian Solartarian. But this is what I filmed first on my phone, and I could not upload this one, but I did upload one we're going to see later. But I want to just show you what we talked about yesterday. El-Amin, he finally made it to Orlando, Florida.
Right.
Thank you.
Here we go.
And look at this tree behind us. I am getting ready to get some therapy from this tree really soon, but thank you.
All right, thank you.
We thank the Most High for protecting him, guiding him all the way from South Africa to Ethiopia.
Yeah, I went to South Africa, trekking, walking to Ethiopia.
I've been following
country.
I've been following him all the way on Facebook, so I give thanks for Facebook. It felt like we were there with you.
Right.
Because you were sharing every step of the way.
Doing the groundwork.
doing literally the tent, putting up the tents. Just doing so much to give us that energy of Africa. So I'm so great. Now he's here in Orlando, Florida, and he says the weather is the same as it was in Africa. So
Right.
And he can't wait to go back to Africa.
Can't wait to go back home.
So it's like, okay, so I want to ask you, what led you to go to Africa this year? When did you go to South Africa? In January?
Well, that was it, because it's been 3 years now. So what is it? I went there 2022.
What?
Yeah, 3 years, just like that. So that trekking from South Africa to Ethiopia took 3 years. Now, of course, I wasn't trying to break records and go right away. I took my time. Went from village to village, mingling with the people. I spend time here, taking your time. This is part of the bucket list. The bucket list of life. Oh, man. So that might answer the question there. What made you want to go to Africa? Well, by me being of strong African descent, even though all humanity comes from Africa originally, being just recently from there, from the skin color and everything, that shows it. That's like a bucket list. Let me see what's happening on the other side of the waters. You still got family there and everything else.
So that was the first conversation Elitom and I had yesterday on Sunday in Lake Eola in Orlando. This next video I'm going to show you is the time that we took to sit down on the grass at Lake Eola. And the five of us, most of the time you'll see two people, Stephanie and Elitom, and I'm a poor camera person, other words, or not so perfect. So what I ended up doing was scanning some of the time, but most of it was focused on the teachings that Elitom brings about this holistic lifestyle of Breatherian, Solartarian, that most of us will never reach, but we can enjoy and have a sense of being in the place where he is when we have these moments that I'm going to show you here. So this is, again, time in Lake Eola on the grass having a discussion about holistic Solartarian, Breatherian lifestyle.
Testimony, he's standing now.
Yep.
Yeah,
But it felt a different.
breathing
Yeah,
our
no.
seat, it made me feel
More
stronger.
energized. You're grounding into the earth.
So this is good. And this is what we're learning, the strength from the energy. The strength from the energy. And in the West, that's what a lot of people didn't learn. We got the physical part. We got that part. The energy part. Now the East, they got the energy part, but they don't got the physical part. You got to mix both of them. So that's that combination. So this is a good age we're in, because once you start doing it, you can see what's being said. And like you said, it's your first time doing Qigong, and you heard me talking it all the time.
Yeah.
Now you experience it. You need to blend both. And these practices is very powerful if a person take them serious. Like I said, I was just doing a retreat in Mongolia, and everything I say is basic stuff. People say that's basic, that's the knowledge. But I know you ain't doing it. That's the thing about it.
Yeah, but you're not taking action.
People ain't doing it. They can talk all they want. I've been to the best holistic communities in the world. They'll do it when everybody's there. But that's why they say is what you do in silence, what you do in closed doors. That's self-discipline.
That's the key.
Taking it home with you. Taking your homework home. And in Chinese thought, I remember I was taking a Chinese language class one time. So I learned how to say ni hao.
And how? Shay shay.
Ni hao.
Ni hao ma.
I learned that part. But anyway, somebody asked her, as we went over the lesson, what is our homework? The Chinese teacher said, that's Western mind. You know, the teacher got to give you homework and tell you what to study. What we just did in class was to study. That's what you go study. Don't that make sense?
Yeah.
What we just went over. Nobody shouldn't even have to tell you that. Take it home and go went over what we went over. We've been taught, tell me what to do when I get home. What you did in class. Here's what you're supposed to take home. Now there's a thing where I used to say, the retreat never ends. And I be telling people, I'm in a retreat right now. I just did a video today. I'm in a retreat right now. But I thought I made up that saying, but I looked it up. Nope.
It's already out there.
It's already out there. And it's an ancient saying. I didn't even know that. The retreat never ends. And what they're saying is, I guess there was some saint who used to teach energy cultivation. I didn't even know this. And what they're saying is, what you learn at that place, and you take the principles home with you and continue to do them, you're still in the retreat. When you just come to the retreat and don't take it home, the retreat ended. All you did was come to a retreat and went home. But if you take principles home with you and put it into your life, the retreat is still going. So that's what we mean by the retreat. I'm in a retreat every day. I woke up this morning from over there like a rabbit coming up out the bushes, looking around.
At the break of dawn?
At the break of dawn, right.
Sunset. Sunrise.
Sunrise. I started Qigong this morning. I was in a retreat.
Was anybody joining you?
Well, I was the only one. Yeah.
Discipline.
The trees was
You've
doing
got the discipline.
The trees was working. I was the only one. Me and the ducks. But
You
that's
wake up and do Qigong?
part of the lifestyle. That's what we mean by retreat never ends. I'm always in the retreat.
Yeah, that's definitely.
That's where you see the power.
Yes, I can attest to it. It's so interesting because I remember when I went to his first retreat in 2022, and I understood exactly what he was talking about. I understood it completely. It made complete sense to me. But it's one thing to know it, and that's another thing to consistently put it into practice. You know what I mean? And so there was a moment where I remember he mentioned, if you were to do the Qigong just for 30 days straight, you'd be a whole different being. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it for 7 days straight and see how I feel. And I kid you not, during that week, I only drank smoothies, and that was the highest vibration I've ever felt. And how I knew that was because I went inside this food hall that I go to sometime, and I was walking around just smiling, touching people, saying, hey, I was just so happy during those 7 weeks. But what happened? The ego slipped back in.
Here we go.
And I got to old habits again.
And it can happen.
And I fell.
Right.
What happened when you hug a little too long? As he said in one of his videos. But however, my point is that I've experienced the high vibrational part, so I know it's real.
You know it's real. And see, that's
attainable.
good.
It's
You know
attainable.
It's attainable. It might only get better too.
And that's key what he talked about, because I think I did a video not too long ago where we used that word fail. We really didn't. That's a learning experience. Because you felt that, so you went back. Let me go see what this other life's about. That's what we want to do. I'm not done yet. That's basically what we said. I'm not done yet.
Yeah. I mean,
I
you
know
felt like...
FAIL is the acronym for first attempt in learning.
Here we are.
There you go.
First attempt at learning.
I like that. First attempt at learning.
First attempt
fail.
in learning.
In learning. First attempt in learning.
Oh,
That's
yeah, first
good.
attempt. Yeah, because I was spelling in my mind. I was
Write
like,
that down.
wait a minute,
First
that don't
attempt
make
in
sense.
learning. I
Then
like
he said,
that.
in
Write
learning.
that down.
Yeah, that's just what it is. So you can see the two. Because we don't expect nobody to get it right away and just keep going. We don't expect that. Not at all. I didn't even do that. I OD'd on some chocolates. I'll never forget it.
Oh, what? What?
Some chocolate.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
I was
can
like,
happen.
I'm Breatherian. Now it was all high. I kept looking at the chocolates. And pretty soon I was like, ah. I was like, oh man. Overdid it. You don't expect to. But you can see the difference now. So when you do come back in, you know what they expect. You be ready. But as long as you felt that. See, the average person don't know they can take their vibration like that. But taking it there and maintaining it is two different things. That's the big one. Maintaining it. It's like riding a bull. You're up there doing it.
Really?
Back the brake. Hey, maintain it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You gotta be serious about it.
But it can be done. It'll take time. But that's what we talk about, raising our vibration. But we use those words all the time in spirituality now. Frequency, vibration, and energy. We do, don't we?
Yeah.
But I always put people to the test. What does that mean? See, sometimes you could be speaking a language and don't know what you're talking about. And how can you fulfill it if you don't know what it is? Uh-oh. Y'all ready for it?
Yeah, we're ready.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So now we got that word vibration. I need to raise my vibration. Or we vibing. We was vibing last night. What does that mean? They got good vibes. How can you raise your vibration if you don't know what it means? And then they say everything vibrates.
It does. Everything vibrates. Some in a lower frequency, some in a higher frequency, some faster. There's so many variations of vibrations.
Here we go. Everything, a tree, a leaf,
Everything.
stick there,
The stick.
That's the fifth universal principle.
our bodies. Yep.
The tree feels like a lower vibration,
So
which
we
is
hear it.
deeper. And the lower the vibration, the deeper it penetrates.
Here we
Like
go.
that. The higher the vibration, the less deep it penetrates.
Here we
But we
go.
need all the vibrations.
So if we raising our vibration, changing our vibration, or my vibration got lowered, what took place? Uh-oh. All right, let's get into it. It's really simple. It just means something is jiggling back and forth. It's moving back and forth. That's all it is, vibration. What is that? Atoms and molecules. They made atoms and molecules, so they're jiggling back and forth. The air is vibrating. The molecules in the air is just going back and forth. Our bodies going back and forth. So even when you still, when we was in those positions, you weren't really still. That's why you was shaking and doing all
You're
this.
vibrating in a much bigger way.
Here we go.
Because for me, it got a little exhausting in a good way.
I see you looking
I
at me
felt
like,
it.
when you going to change position? She did.
I changed it for you. I moved my position. I'm like, I got a freedom of my body to move, so I'm not going to disturb anybody because y'all were in the zone.
Gave me that look, man.
Hey, you know what? He has a video done. It's like an hour long. Where he has you go up here, then go back down. He goes, okay, one more time, bring it up. And then, okay, you're down. All right, one more time, just for 1 minute. I'm like, now, Elitom, you said one more time 5 times in that one
was the
video.
test. That was
Yeah.
the
One more
test.
time. Just
He said one more time 5 times in that video.
One more
Yeah,
time.
when you gonna move?
Oh, you should have seen when I had a group and I said, all right, hold this position. 10 more minutes. Everybody said, what?
What?
Yeah, my arms is hurting on the way up.
But we're working
Every
on our
time you do it, it's a
vibration.
little longer, a little longer.
So our body's vibrating also. What we're doing is we're dealing with it we want it to start moving faster. We want the molecules of our bodies to start moving faster. That's what we're basically saying than before. So things that are solid appear solid. It's moving. It's jiggling back and forth, but it's going slower. That's why it appears solid. Things that are liquid or fluid, it's just moving a little faster. And things that are gas, like the air, it's physical matter. It's just moving even faster. See how that's working? And what we're doing with our physical bodies, we want it to jiggle faster. So that's why jiggle faster, jiggle with it.
Less movement makes it jiggle faster.
And the reason why you get healed through this, if something's stuck in the body, it's moving, but it's real slow. So you start loosening that up to go faster, it start moving. That's how you heal yourself. Break the stiffness, break the
How do you
tightness.
move it faster? But how does Qigong help it move faster?
Well, when you were standing in that position, just staying there, taking it, it feels uncomfortable. The body's doing it on its own. See, it'll
Less
heal it.
movement is more. It's a lot.
It'll heal
more
itself.
workout to do less movement.
Because it's all. But see, when you didn't know Qigong, the body already felt uncomfortable. But when you feel uncomfortable, instead of sitting into it, you move into another position. You keep it. That's all you're doing is prolonging it. But you're learning how to stay still, because that's why meditation can heal you. The whole power behind meditation is to be still in a comfortable position.
Lots of good nuggets, learning nuggets here.
Yeah, but the average person around the world, they hear me saying meditation, well, why are they still sick? Nobody really taught them how to meditate. Because as soon as they feel uncomfortable, what do? Here they go. You're prolonging it. I know it hurts. Stay in there so it can keep jiggling its way out.
So you're challenging us to be still in an uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where the power is at.
Yeah.
But if you keep moving being uncomfortable, you'll prolong it and keep it.
Right. Right. And that's you know what I'm thinking about is emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Because you, to me, represent emotional intelligence. You're always laughing. You're always in a happy, joyful emotion. But when you're in this uncomfortable position, a lot of us will go, oh, this feels terrible.
And emotions as well.
And emotions drop. Like that to me is the energy, is when the emotions are in play.
Right.
More than joy and
She
and
said it.
happiness.
She hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
Emotions is in the body.
Yeah.
And if it's stuck in there and you're feeling uncomfortable, that's why usually a person is angry, this, that, they feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But they really ain't got nothing to do with you.
That's where the liver is the key to the emotions, and when the liver is stagnant,
Listen to
it
that.
creates anger, and that's why a lot of people, when they get much older, are angry because their liver is backed up, and the liver is the key to the emotions.
This is what she said. I was at the bus station one day. And this older man, you know, older, but he went off on me. He worked there. Now, I wasn't mad at him. When I seen him walking off, he was all stiffed up. His emotions, he snapped on me. He had to snap on somebody.
Yeah.
It was just you that he snapped on.
It was just happened to be me, but he felt uncomfortable. If he felt happy, that would have never happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't tell him anything, you just walked away.
Yeah. But I'm looking at his body, you know, because I'm into this.
You understand that he's just stuck.
He was stuck.
Yep, he's congested.
He snapped.
Yep.
It wasn't me.
Constipated.
He ain't even look my way no more. He was constipated. He ain't even look my way no more. That had nothing to do with me.
It had nothing to do with you.
It was just enough was enough.
Yeah.
Ah!
Somebody was gonna get it.
Somebody was going to get it. Now, with somebody who don't know this, they probably would have laid back into him, especially if both of them was uncomfortable. They would have laid into each other.
That's so interesting because you were just a wall for him to listen to
Here
him.
we go. You take it.
To let him release some of his pent up, and then, but you
Yeah,
didn't
release.
take it in. You held
Right,
your
because you know
wall.
what the game is now.
Yeah, you get it.
When you really feel good, it's hard to make you mad.
Because they're unwell. They have to go to hell to get well.
I had a cousin one time when people were saying, and he was a real cool dude, but lately people were saying, yeah, we got into it. Somebody else, we got into it. Then he died. He was feeling uncomfortable. That's wild, ain't it? He always tell jokes, this and that. Why is everybody getting into it with him? And then I had a relative, she went on the street. We got into it, and I seen that pattern. And then she was diagnosed with something. Still alive, but she was diagnosed. I said, oh, you feeling uncomfortable? It was a cry out. That's all it's doing. But when you feel good and the energy's running, oh, it's hard for a person to get to you. And even if you do get under your skin, it won't last long.
Well, the people that are down in hell, they can't come up to the light, so they try to bring you down to the dark because they can't make it up.
Here we
there.
go, down in hell.
But
What is
you-
that? A consciousness. What is a consciousness? The
Yeah.
body.
Yep.
Body consciousness.
When they're
Hell.
not in flow, they can't go up to your
You
light.
burning. That's why they give you that story. The devil got the pitchfork. You burning in the fire. They just talk about the body. You feel bad. You in hell, literally. The Pope said that. You in heaven is when you can't feel your body. You don't feel your body, everything flowing, because your body is your mind.
So how do you, when you say sit in an uncomfortable position, is there specific positions we're supposed to sit in?
Well, there is positions of power, like the different moves we was doing just now. We're just repeating those moves, those positions of power. Just sitting up straight, even if you're sitting where the teacher used to say sit up, you'll have more energy, you know, stuff like that, stop slouching. Just try to get in a position where you're got everything flowing, because the spine is all about that spine health. The spine straight, try to get the square with the soul best you can. Just sit in it, yeah. Let it take care of itself. Yeah, to be feeling uncomfortable. But that's the body letting you know this is where we blocked up at. This is what's happening with us. That's the language. And then more you start doing this, and it never ends. Like this was your first time, you feel it in your shoulders?
Yeah, heavy.
I guarantee if we was doing a retreat every day, about the second or third day, you'll be holding it longer.
It'd be lighter. Yeah.
It'll be lighter. This is what we talk about. That's the power of the positions.
Yes, I'm a witness to that. I used to do, when I first started doing his Qigong videos, I used to do the 30-minute one. And that thing used to exhaust me. When I first started doing it, that was nothing. I have to do the hour one.
Here we go.
And
It
that one
happens
does exhaust
quick.
me. Yes.
So you have Qigong videos?
They're online. If you look up Qigong on YouTube, he's got some. Jeff Primack, who bought Qigong.com, he's coming here in a couple of weeks. And it would be great if you were a guest on that.
Nah,
He would
One of these days.
benefit, everybody would benefit. There'll be a couple thousand people there.
right. And notice this Qigong is called, there's many Qigongs, but this is called standing like a tree. Why? What is he doing? Qigong, look at his position.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sucking in all this absorbing. So now this is the key too. There's energy in the atmosphere. Everybody's living it. But your body only can give you enough you can handle. And if it's all tightened up inside, that's the blockages, you can't absorb that much. So that's why every time you release stress and tension in the body, you can absorb more energy from the atmosphere. This is good, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Now, you got your cell phone?
Oh, yes, I do.
Can you Google how much solar energy is in the air? How much energy does the sun bring to the earth? Something like that.
I'm getting out of the sun.
You're fine.
We're telling you, like, I don't do my stuff in the sun.
Well, my phone's getting hot.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd stay over there all day.
It says the sun provides the earth with 173 terawatts of power.
Now, we don't even know what terawatts mean, but it's a lot.
It sounds like a lot.
Let me see here. The average of the planet is equates to about 342 watts of power. 342 watts of power per square meter of Earth's surface. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
342 watts of power per square meter.
Per square meter. Not much.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Now look at how much energy the sun brings in 1 hour. Because I think 1 hour, if we was to capture all that, we don't know how yet. It could power all the industries on the planet, all the industries for 7 years.
You get more energy than we all do because we're not used to it. You've harvested the energy so that you're getting maximum, and we're all just getting a little bit. Everybody's getting their own different
paces.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep, she hit it right on the head. Now, will you get it?
In 1 hour, Earth receives 430 quintillion joules of
I
energy
don't believe
from the sun.
everything on the internet. I mean, because there's people that write the internet that
Well, this is from the air.
Well, a lot of these you could do yourself too.
yeah, you can measure yourself.
And that's true on how much it's bringing. That's the primary energy source.
And this
There's
is
no
from-
reason to lie on that.
The
And it's not
Aerospace
fire.
Museum,
It's a
so.
laser, because if it was fire, we could look at it without
Well,
burning our
fire is
eyes.
fire is just trapped sunlight. All right.
Yes.
All right. Now, how many days do they got? How many days that'll fuel the industries of the earth?
It's
Let's
frozen.
see. How many days that amount would?
Yeah. 1 hour of sun, I believe, is 7 years. But anyway, you got my point. That's a lot of power.
Yes.
Even the power we're harnessing now as humans, we still got ways to go to get that. So spirituality always dealt with the energy in the atmosphere. And you hit it right on the head, Stephanie, when you said, all right, I've been doing this a lot longer.
Absolutely.
All of us is up under it, but a person who's been doing it longer, their body could get more.
You absorb more energy.
You
a lot
absorbing more.
energy.
But it's through that
Your
cultivation.
system's fully in flow because you're not eating food, you're not drinking water, so your system is fully in flow, and you're constantly doing qigong, slower movements, so you're constantly
That's how you transform it.
circulating your body, creating your energy, and living your life fully.
Now, can anybody do that? Yes. So Qigong just means energy exercise. That's all it means. So you're doing energy exercises, just like if you're doing exercises going to the gym.
I think it's bigger and better because you're having the sun, you're
Right.
earthing your feet,
All this
you're
stuff.
circulating, you're getting
And
your,
that's, she said it's
you're
better.
getting your
Why?
nutrients.
Because it's the foundational system of the body.
Yes, exactly. We're electrical beings, and you're out in the electrical
So
earth.
go to the foundation of the body. That's the foundational anatomy. That's why it's better. The most important. Without that energy, the other systems ain't going to be doing nothing.
So all these people who go to the gym under these fluorescent lights, running on the treadmill.
Well, that's a good thing. They have the blue lights, the
So
fluorescent lights.
what are they missing though, really, when they do that every day versus being out here?
Well, they getting benefits, that's for sure. There's benefits coming out
To
of it.
move in their body, yeah.
Moving their body. So there's going to be
That's
results. But when you combine the two, that's a whole different ball game. Because even if a person's coming out here, we tell them about exercise to strengthen it physically. So all we're doing is combining them. See, the system, everybody's just getting bits and pieces, but what we teaching them is to combine them. Like you can do a lot if you change your diet. You could, but diet alone is not enough.
It's a big part, but it's not enough.
It's not enough. Exercise is awesome, but by itself is not enough. So we're combining all of them.
And bare feet touching the earth, the dirt, or the grass, or the sand is powerful.
Powerful?
Because it puts the electricity back in the body, and when you're doing qigong and you're slow moving, it's circulating everything right through the body, which is a circuit. We're electrical beings, which is
She
a
did her
frequency and
homework.
vibration. I just had a huge aha moment. Yes!
She did her homework. Right.
So when the word holistic is used, that's what we're talking about here, is that you can't just do the exercise in the gym. You
Right.
can't just come out here and walk on the grass.
Right.
It's like mind, body, spirit has to all be
All
working.
work together.
That's the holistic that we're all
Right.
trying to balance. And
This is what we're trying to do. And it's just like physical working out. Say if you just did arm workout and never did the legs. There's arms for the there's exercises for the arms, there's exercises for the legs. Now if you work out on the arms, does it affect the legs? Yes. Work out on the legs, it affect the arms. But if you balance it, there's exercise for that. Now there's exercises for your emotions. There's exercises for your overall energy. There's exercises for your mental thinking. So on this holistic, you're combining all these exercises, bringing them together. So you can be total, full, healthy on every level. I hope that makes sense.
oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Because I see people who had good bodies, but their mind, the lights was on and nobody's home.
That is true. Zombies.
Ah!
The lights are on, nobody's home. There's nothing
You
in there.
said, what's the emotional exercises?
Well, they got a lot dealing with, before you act, take a deep breath. Something just that simple. Because most people do actions based off their emotions. It's
Ooh, that's a good one. Actions based on emotions.
Just instinct.
What you mean, action
Yep.
based on emotion?
They're reacting rather than responding.
in other words, the police is trained. You got this situation where it's real hype. And they learn how to de-escalate it.
They respond rather than react. And if they're
Right.
reacting, it's gonna make it way worse.
And even in everyday life, let me take myself for instance. There was this scripture that caught my attention. A silent answer takes away wrath. I meditated on that. A silent answer takes away wrath. Now, it's time to test it. One time somebody came kind of hard. And back in my old self, I would have came back just as hard. But when I answered silently, they start coming down. And then it got squashed. But if I would have answered forcefully, it could have escalated. Then I seen it happen again in another situation. I said, this do work. But then I had to test it to make sure it was real.
Wait, so you were silent on your response, but with the kind
Or quiet.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, the other word is, I was thinking soft answer.
soft answer,
That's
right.
another translation.
Yeah.
Soft
Very
answer
smart.
takes
Yeah,
away
that-
wrath.
And then I had to
Very
test
smart.
it.
Very smart.
Oh, yeah, that's the other translation. You know, the
One day
million-
somebody said something hard, and I said something hard back. You know, I was experimenting. Then it was somewhere else.
Yeah.
I said, oh, okay.
That's how that works.
That's how that works. So it won't be a fluke. But it was up to me on how I wanted to respond.
You know, a typical hard response with a lot of people is F you. I hear that so often on social media, F you. And so what would be your soft or solid response?
Well, you know,
Would
the
you-
people say, oh, I didn't know that bothered you. You know, something like that.
That might make it worse. I know. What do you mean it didn't bother me? It bothered me.
But they're going to be triggered. If they're full of F yous, they're going to be triggered. Whatever you
Well, there's
say.
so much.
No matter what you
Sometimes,
say, it
right?
doesn't
You know,
matter.
there's so much you can do.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it
there's
depends on the
different, and then you
situation.
have to listen after you come back with a soft answer. Like, what are they gonna come back with?
But that's why meditation helps you too, because when you observing your own thoughts, because some thoughts you got you didn't know you had,
Right.
and then you can watch it pass through. So it'll give you a slight second to respond differently. Like those other situations, like you said, well, what answer will you use? You don't know what you're going to use. We can go over it all day long.
But you can see the stiffness in people and where they're coming from, that their energy is stuck, and it's nothing about you
That's
or
what we're
us.
dealing with.
It's about them. It has nothing to do with any of
Emotional training.
us. It has to do with their journey and their inner, because it's the journey's inward.
Yeah, all inward. And they do got a thing called the 7-day mental diet. Any of y'all ever heard of that?
Nope.
I think you mentioned, I don't know if you mentioned that, you might have mentioned it.
Quite a few
A
times.
video I was watching of yours, and you were talking about doing a mental fast, and I experimented with that, and I was shocked to find out.
And that's tougher than a physical fast.
It seemed like it.
It really is. Now, they saying your thoughts create your reality. If your thoughts really created your reality, wouldn't it make sense to dig in and change your thoughts?
That's right.
Absolutely. Yep.
And when I first heard that, I said, no, it can't be. You mean because you wouldn't want to blame everybody else.
Yeah.
And I said, man, well, my thinking, I ain't getting out of this. Right? I had to admit I was in bad shape. Then I had to start working on the thoughts. This is huge. So that 7-day mental diet, what it's designed to do, see, right now you don't pay attention to all your thoughts because you ain't in no training. So this forces you to look at your thoughts throughout the day. What are you thinking? And if anything negative comes, just observe it. Don't drool into it. What did she say again? Or there's a letter in the mail. And you're thinking, oh, it could be a bill. You know, that's how you're thinking. Or somebody said,
Don't make a meaning of it. Just observe.
or we got to talk. Oh, I was just in Miami and some dude said, we got to talk. I got to talk to you for a minute.
And your mind.
And my mind wanted to jump off, but if I didn't have this training, and it wanted to pop up, what do you want to talk to me for?
Yeah.
You didn't say
Yeah.
anything.
But I had to keep letting it go. Letting it go. It wasn't nothing bad.
you
And all he
observed it.
wanted to know was, oh, you had a hotel here. Did you want a Sprite? That's what he wanted to do. But my mind wanted to jump to everything negative. It sure did.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk to you? Is he singling me out because I'm black? Right. I don't know that.
Get defensive.
Cool it down, cool it. Right. It ain't got nothing to do with that. The man ain't even say nothing. Right.
We just have we don't know what we don't know.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
And we got thoughts.
And it was something so, but
So
that's what,
humans are meaning-making machines.
Mhm.
So this is a 7-day mental reset of observing your thoughts
observing your thoughts.
and noticing everything.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you do when people are responding in a hard, negative way? You just observe? Is that
Oh,
the
well, check
7
this
day?
out.
So where does the 7-day come from? Where
Usually-
can people find it?
Oh, it's right on the, matter of fact, it's a pamphlet this big. Matter of fact, they got videos on it. We're in a good age.
It's called 7-day
7-day mental diet.
7-day mental diet.
Mm-hmm. Right online.
That sounds good.
And they got videos on it explaining it to you, and it works.
That sounds good.
She said, Key, well, hold on. Let's bring up this other one. But the mind always want to fill in and say something worse than what something really is. And it does that because of our evolution. So that's what makes it hard. That's why we're in an age where so many people got anxiety and depression. That's huge. But it's dealing with the society we created, because it ain't like you got a tiger running down the street. So there was an
So they had
ancestor.
to create tigers.
You had to
cause
create it.
stress so they can make money off of us.
Here we go.
I got it. It's a system. The
Some people
system.
who know is playing on you for that,
Yep.
but it's an evolutionary thing when you understand it. So, but anyway, here we go. So, as soon as you do think negative though, or grab those thoughts, you got to start all over. So that 7-day mental diet can end up being a month.
That makes sense. I'm going to check this out.
But
How do
check
you
this
grab
out.
on to the negative thought?
How do you know it's working? Your physical reality will start changing. That's how you know that your mind actually creates your reality. It will become that real.
It'll bring you the realization that your mind creates your reality.
Yeah.
It's not about anybody else. It's about your own journey. And we create how people will react to us or respond to us based on how we are.
Yep. And I'm gonna tell you something deep.
I'm making a meaning of what you're saying.
Yep. And some things might start taking place that seem negative because of that. But don't get scared. Once it settles down, it's putting you on the trajectory of your new thought.
You go to
Nothing
hell.
to worry
You go
about.
to hell to get well.
You go to hell. Oh, thank you.
I thought about that.
Huh?
You go down to get up.
You go to hell to get
2
well.
steps forward,
Because
1
things
step
moving
back.
around and it fits your new thought process. So you ain't gonna have no good thought process living in a bad situation. That don't make sense. Usually you are part of that bad situation you're creating. That's wild, ain't it? So if you really changing your thoughts to get up out of there, this situation will start changing. You might even lose a job, lose a spouse, all this stuff. But when it settles, you're going to be in a new trajectory to have that new thought process. Yeah. That's deep, ain't it? But it's real.
And when you have young lives that you're influencing, you've got to kind of make the best to create their ability to think and be the best that they can be.
Your thoughts.
And they're following what you do, not what people say.
Ultimately, this journey is a thought.
I'm having aha moments.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking.
You're doing good, too. You backing me up. You like the choir. She's like, amen.
I love this man.
You like that?
I do.
But you know, you talk when you say physical, your body will respond to those thoughts too. So
All the time.
So when he's saying, "Well, how do you know?" or asking this question, I'm thinking your body will become inflamed when your thoughts are inflamed. Anger, bitterness, resentment, unforgiveness. The body
Right.
is going to respond first.
Right.
And then, like you said, you might lose a job because this physical reality here
Yep.
is going to be reflected out there.
It's going to be reflected.
It's
This is
a
your
cycle.
subconscious.
Yeah.
So the vicious, the anger, it
Yeah.
creates inflammation, which creates
Inflammation,
more
which
anger. and
starts to filter out right
it
into
creates
your
a circle,
environment.
a downward circle, unless
Yeah.
you take a shift and do something about it.
So
I'm-
that's
I'm-
where meditation can bring us back
Here we go.
meditation.
into
There we go.
peace and joy and calm.
Because it's breaking up those blockages. Breaking
Yeah.
up. Because all that stress that's in the body, that's
Yeah.
a thought too.
Yeah.
A thought
Oh,
and
yeah.
emotion going with it.
Yeah.
And so with meditation, you have stillness to create a better flow. You're
Yeah.
working into the stiff areas to open them up, which is
Oh,
what
this
you
is
had
good,
said.
ain't
Yeah.
That's what
absolutely.
you said. I'm repeating you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is
Amen,
good.
choir.
Amen.
Ashe, ashe.
So the physical, and like we said, this whole journey is a thought. Because for you to meditate every day anyway, that's a thought process that need to be developed. Exercising and getting on your health, that's all thought. And it seems physical, but it's not. For you to move that way is a thought. That's why discipline can be developed. Mm-hmm.
You got to start.
You must be
You got to
developed.
start slow with a couple
Gotta
of
start
minutes.
slow.
You can't just jump to an hour or 20 minutes. You got to start slow.
Got to start slow.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You got to build up.
that definitely, I resonate with that because I feel like we were talking about, I'm kind of going through this past week and a half, but it's like I made a deal with myself. Okay, I'm going to get up, put on a Qigong video. I'm going to do that video no matter what. I'm not going to work today if I don't do an hour of the Qigong video. You see?
That may be too much too soon. Start off with 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and work your way up, perhaps.
Well, I've been doing it for a while, so
Oh,
the
got
hour
it.
is just enough for me.
Yep,
but
that's
by the end of the
perfect.
hour, I'm like, okay, I need to lay down for a second, you know, because 30 minutes is too short for me. But the hour,
Yep.
it gives me
That
what I
works
need.
for you.
Yes. And so, basically, I said I'm going to go to the park, do my speed walk, my exercising, I'm going to do my Qigong every day. But with that, my thought process did have to change, as well as how I maneuver with people.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to stay true to that. And so I had someone who wanted to go with me one day to the park. I said, okay, you can go with me to the park, that's fine. They're like, okay, well, I need to be somewhere by 3. I'm like, well, you go ahead and go, because I'm not rushing.
Yeah.
You see, I had set boundaries on my life
Right.
this past week or two that I'm gonna slow down and I'm gonna be serious about doing the work.
Here we go.
And so,
Amen.
And so you have to
Amen.
really intentionally, and there's nothing against nobody, but you have to respect your own boundaries.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna do that Qigong, you're gonna do your exercise, stick to that.
Here we go.
You know, because people will get in the way, but not on purpose.
But
Yeah,
they can do it what they need to do on their time, and then you can still be with them and then let them go and finish what you're doing.
That's right. And when I said that to that person, I know they were shocked because that's not really like me, you
Yeah.
know. But you have to choose yourself first.
What
Yeah,
other person?
yeah, absolutely. You
Because
have
a family
to.
member.
What family member? There ain't nobody else but you.
Oh, I should say, gotcha. Okay.
But we got to throw it out there.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're just testing yourself to stick with your boundaries.
That's right.
Here we go.
But I like what he said earlier. He was given his job priority in the morning, And he realized that wasn't working, right?
It wasn't working because
Something was off. You going to the job first and qigong later. You didn't feel like doing the qigong
when
later
the day was
on.
over with, I didn't fight doing qigong.
So he flipped it. So brilliant that he flipped and said, well, "I'm gonna give qigong first."
Figured it out.
And that just started last week, and I'm proud of myself. I've been sticking to it. You know, here I am now.
Here you are now. On fire.
But that'll create health within your body and get unstuck so that you can be more powerful and be there for other people to help them get to that level if they choose that level, if they choose to do that.
That's right.
And most people would have to say, "Oh, well, that means I'm gonna have to get up earlier if I'm gonna do qigong first." Yeah, you might have to be more disciplined. Did you have to get up earlier to do that, or you just flipped it all together?
So luckily for me, I am a contractor. So I have a business that I contract with other people. So I was able to make my own schedule. But the thing is that I do have a workload. So I have to choose to keep this heavy workload or do it whenever I can, or do it and not do my energy work. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there was a sacrifice that came with it. But what's more important in the long term is what I'm looking at. You know, me making decent money or having a big nice house, big nice car, but sick, or me evolving my energy body and manifesting and bringing this stuff in just by evolving.
Health is wealth.
Exactly. That's a good point.
Health is wealth. That's where it comes down to.
It's like I saw a video, you mentioned it, and I'm like, damn, I'm resonating with all this stuff. But it's like doing the opposite. Working hard, you know, making money, but your body's becoming depleted.
Yep.
Flight or flight, because you're, you know, or you can do it opposite way, which is grow your energy, evolve yourself, and get it through those means.
Get it to a whole different ballgame. You'll be happy, maintain it, living your real life. Yes. And that thought process is crucial. Now, going back to this thought process on how crucial it is, a lot of this knowledge is just simply coming to the masses now. It's already been here. It's just coming to the masses. Some people already have this information and using it. And I'll tell you why. All right, as I travel around, I meet many people from many different classes of life, of course. And
many different vibrations, many different frequencies that create their reality, and the ethnocentrism, so wherever they're from, that's what they're used to and that's what they know. So they're set in that way. Because I've traveled around the world as well, but it's been a minute. But they all have their own rituals and their own daily life livings where they're doing what they're doing, and to incorporate what you have to offer, which is huge, would create a whole new outlet and way for them to raise or increase or have a different vibration to find a new way to live.
Here we go. Give her a round of applause.
The choir!
The choir. Amen.
You have to take me in your suitcase.
Amen, amen. Ashe, ashe.
Back me up with you.
Ashe.
I was so excited you're here. I'm like, holy.
So I'm going to pause.
Is even greater than the first one.
Oh, thank you.
Because, you know, the in-depth that he's giving, you know, in his world travels, he's been able to, hold on a minute.
Yeah, you got to echo. Turn that.
In his world.
Okay, that's better.
Okay, because I was on. I had my laptop and I had it on speaker on the laptop, and then I called you up on the phone.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for calling in. Nice to hear from you. And you said something about 4 laws of change: thought, vision, plan, and community.
Right, because when he was saying about the book, the thing is that you got to have the thought, and then in that thought, you vision it. You can vision it negative or you can vision it positive. I just ordered that book when he said it. So it was like $4 or $5 for the book.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I ordered that book real quick. But what I'm looking at is that his disseminating of energy, and that at this time we're needing this as to what's going on this Turtle Island. And he's been sent here
to bring a message to give us the few to help the many, and saying this is how you get through this. And like the brother was saying about doing the qigong, and saying that, you know, he would go to work instead of doing his qigong. That's the part is that it's about you. That's why he said the other people, no, it's you first. It's because if you're not well and wealth, if you're not healthy, then you're not wealthy. And that's what he's given us. And the ways in which to become wealthy is first you got to have the thought. Do I need to do this or that? You know, and then is that somebody else's thought, or is this my thoughts? Is that my higher power speaking through me, or is it that a lower power? Because the lady next to him was saying, you know, something about hell is unwell is unhell.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's true, you know, because we put ourselves through our own hell.
And it starts with the thoughts, and starting with the thought.
Yeah, because and the thing about it is that where does the thought come from? It comes from the cosmic consciousness. These thoughts, you know, we think of something great. No. This has already been programmed into our mitochondria DNA. These thoughts are thousands of years old that are programmed into us, and it just activates with the right sound, frequency, and energy, activates that cellular memory. And that's what we have to be looking at, because I just came off of a program and was talking about recovery. And the thing that I was looking at it and saying, you know, we come into these rooms and we talking and we sharing, but it's everyone's breath that shares their experience and what their addiction did and how they recovered from their addiction. It's all done through your breath.
Yeah.
We speak it, because once we speak it, see, we can have it going in, and we're not speaking it in a sense as letting it out our mouth and breathing it forward. When we're speaking in our head, we're creating the neural nets and the pattern and the memories that we have been able to activate in the brain. And so therein lies, but this is why you have to learn to think with the heart too. Because the heart has a brain, the gut has a brain. We have all these different brains. Which one are you letting control you?
And I think that's what we ask in meditation, and the deeper meditation takes us through those questions of your heart. What's your heart saying? What's your mind saying? What's your body saying? I've been in meditation and I could feel parts of my body were inflamed, like a pain here or a pain there. And like you mentioned, the breath is key to evolving us into a more peaceful thought, a more peaceful existence, because the breath, will you pay attention to the body in those moments, the heart energy and all that, then you can change that, you can shift that. And I'm learning the trees are doing a good job too of shifting that.
Right. And the breath is the fuel of the spirit.
Yes, absolutely.
Because this is what gives the body life, is the breath.
That's right.
Once the breath leaves the body, there is just nothing but a vessel. The energy is in the breath. And therein lies is all the thoughts are inhaled. The indigenous elders used to tell us between the inhale and the exhale is the sacred space. When you inhale it, you're putting in you that which is so sacred. And then when you exhale, you're letting out what was no longer needed.
Absolutely. So
that's why the sweat lodge was so powerful.
Oh, yeah. Between the heat of the sweat lodge and the breathing.
No, it's the heat is to activate the oldest record keeper are the grandmothers and grandfathers' stones.
Yeah.
When you heat them up, that puts life back into them. That's how they will form, from the heat, from the mantle and the earth. And when you heat them back up, you activate their breath. And when you pour water on it, you just create what we call the grandfather's breath. And when you inhale that, you're taking in the DNA of those stones in that water, because water holds memory and consciousness, stone holds history. You put them two together when you pour that water on that rock, you got history with the memory and consciousness that you're inhaling, your body's absorbing, really dumping out all the toxins that you're sweating out while it's taking in the breath when you inhale.
You know, there's something about when you're in the sweat lodge, the heat is speaking to you about the weakness or strength of your body. You know, when you bring that up, having had just a few sweat lodges, when your mind is in fear about new experiences, like a sweat lodge, for me, it was that first time, that heat is really the test of how strong not just your mind is, but your body. Have you, when you do these sweat lodges, have you ever had people share with you the testimony about the fear of being in such a hot place?
Yeah. And we ask that because we ask people, do they have a fear of being heat? And then what I tell them is that when you stand up, okay, when you stand up, which way does heat go? Up. I say, now, which way? I say, now, you go down to the ground and put your hand on the earth. It's cool. So you go down. Don't try to get up in it. You just go down and lay down on the earth because the earth will protect it. And this is why we sing the songs, really, is because when you start singing the songs, you take the mind off of the body. And you begin that breathing by singing that song, and then drums is that heartbeat, and you create that energy to take the person out of that fear and put them into a unity of song.
Absolutely.
Or prayer.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember the first, I don't know if the first or second sweat I did, I was able to lay down in the sweat, close to the back of the tent, and get cooler air. So you're right. If you sitting up was a lot hotter than me laying down. So I found much relief just laying down against the nipi and feeling the cool.
That's what I share one before we even get started.
Yeah.
Lay down. If you can lay down. And therein lies the part for you to be able to make it through that. Because what you want to do is have that exchange that you've been brought there to get what you need from spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you, Kwame, for sharing that, because this holistic experience that we're talking about tonight with Elitom, or listening actually, is such a powerful way to heal and to evolve in this journey. And with so much going on, so much chaos, so much intention to help us, to keep us in confusion and division right now. The political games that are being played are all about keeping us divided and confused and much in fear. So I hope this show tonight has helped you.
And it's to help who all will listen to this.
Yeah.
Because he's been sent here. You talked about him as many times as you talked about him, but to actually have him give a conversation and a lecture sitting on the earth, because you look at what he's sitting on his butt, he's sitting on his root, and the energy of the earth is coming up through him and coming out as he speaks. Everybody is sitting on their root chakra. Do you notice?
Yeah, exactly.
They're planted onto the earth, and that frequency is running up the spine to the mind.
Yeah. I think that's why, especially Stephanie was the choir next to him. She was talking a whole lot in this time we had together. But yeah, all of us sitting on the ground was certainly keeping our attention on the lesson in the moment of that in that day of Sunday and in Lake Eola and Orlando. It was just being caught up in such a powerful present moment, not worrying about the tomorrow, we're not talking about yesterday. It was just a beautiful time to focus on what do we need to know today that will help us evolve it right from this point on.
And all of it deals with what color is basically everything in the picture.
Yeah, green. Yeah.
Where's green? What's the green chakra?
Yeah, that's your throat chakra.
No, it's your heart.
Your heart chakra. The heart is the green is heart. Exactly. So yeah, we were resonating in that heart chakra, and then the throat chakra was bringing out the words that we were feeling in our heart. So
the breath.
Yeah, good point. Very good point. So we've got Brother Eddie is going to be on Rumble tonight. So I wanted
that's where he just sent me. So I'm gonna get, when you finish it, I'm gonna go over where he's at.
So I bet this conversation with Elitom ends in about 5 minutes. So we kind of summed up the 7-day mental fast and just brought it all together, and everyone just participated. And then we went off and played chess. The brother who didn't do much talking, he bought a chess board, and Elitom and I and Stephanie played him in chess, and he beat all three of us. So that was a lot of fun and distraction. And then we played Uno. The other guy bought Uno cards. So the end of the day was like, let's play some games. Let's loosen up. Let's laugh. We laughed so much in the chess game and the Uno game. So I encourage all of you to find the time to do that type of gatherings where you just share your experience, your knowledge, and then come to and sit on, like Kwame said, put your butt on Mother Earth and enjoy the sun, the trees, and all that nature energy. That's what we're here to do.
And that's your root. So what you're doing is you're connecting your root to the earth. You're putting yourself back. You're rooting yourself back to the earth.
And that's what's missing today, brothers and sisters, in this confusion and confusion and division right now. We got to get back to Mother Earth, nature, and holistic lifestyle. And we talked a lot in Sunday about even intermittent fasting. How if you want to eventually have a life like Elitom, where he doesn't eat or drink anything, you start with simple lifestyle changes like intermittent fasting, where you have a window of time where you're eating, but you're not eating all day, 12 hours, 14, 15 hours a day, that you start developing some discipline in your life, and it will be healing to you.
And that's a great suggestion, because the thing that you're doing is eating seasonally.
Yes.
You fast coming out of summer. Now would be the time to fast, to get rid of all the summer digestion.
Yep, absolutely.
Preparing to what your body is going to absorb, clean the body out. So come fall, now you're going to ingest what's going to help you to prepare to get through the hibernation. That's the way animals do it.
That's right. And be sure and join me on Friday mornings, Health and Wellbeing with Viata, because now that it's getting a little cooler and colder, I'm going to be reminding you how to build up your immune system. You don't have to have a flu or a cold this summer if you start preparing now to strengthen your immune system. So those white blood cells, red blood cells are all ready to resist the change in temperature. That's all we're doing when we go into the fall and winter, is the temperature's changing. Your body is adjusting to it if you prepare it with the right food and the right herbs, and of course the right mental activity.
And most important is because when the weather is going into this change, guess the first thing that reacts to the change? Your lungs.
Yep. So that's why the breath work is important. The breath work is do your Tai Chi, do your exercise, do your stretch, and always remember, keep the deep breathing going as you're moving, even all day. So thank you so much, Kwame, for those words of wisdom and knowledge and inspiration for all of us. Thank us. That's United Spirits. So we're going over to Rumble tonight. Let me give you the name of this show. Eddie texted me. If you can get on rumble.com, go to rumble.com, and it's Eddie B. And they're already started. Eddie B is the title. Gematria and sigils, a part of life. And the name of the channel is called Political and Spiritual. I think that's the name of the channel. So if you're interested, our brother Eddie, our numerologist, is there, and we're going to hear some more knowledge and wisdom tonight. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up on this video so you can get and become informed every time I go live. And I'm not just live anymore on Sunday and Friday. I'm doing shows during the week because I've been told by Spirit that my expertise is tiny house living, and I need to share that more. I did a show last week about how to prevent mildew and mold in your house because I never had that problem, even though people have talked about it who went into tiny house living. Never had that problem. So I did a whole show on how to prevent that. And it's mostly with certain essential oils in your environment that destroy mildew and mold. So tune in for that Friday. And I might do a show this week. So be sure and like and subscribe so you'll get notified. So until then, everybody have a great evening. I am so ready to just chill and listen to Eddie and the political and spiritual show tonight. All right. So namaste and sat nam and ashe to all my brothers and sisters out there, and shalom.